Before na-drive na natin yung next generation Ford Ranger. Ngayon naman, ida-drive natin ngayon at quick look natin ang next generation Ford Everest. Nandito nga tayo sa Pasig City ngayon for its launch, di ba? So ano pa hinihintay natin? Simulan na natin itong quick look na ito. Kotse ba? Feel kotse na. Kung papansin nyo sa harap, it has a new face. Bagong-bago na compared to the outgoing model. Same nung treatment sa Ranger, the next generation Everest now comes with a square face. Hindi na siya bilugan, no? Kwadrado na yung kanyang itsura. And then it also has the same looking front fascia na mapapansin nyo gawa nitong headlights niya, which comes in LED. It also has the C-shaped DRLs na parehas na nakita nyo dun sa Ranger at saka dun sa F-150. And then pagbaba mo dito, nandito pa rin yung fog lights natin. Tapos pagdating mo sa gitna, andun yung large grille. What I like dun sa grille is meron siyang chrome accent. Yes, I'm not a fan of chrome, but for this one, it works kasi hindi siya OA for me. Kumbaga subtle lang yung lines na nakita nyo dun sa grille na yon, and it complements to the whole package ni Everest. It's not going for a rugged look, but it's going for a more premium look, di ba? In that sense, yan ang front fascia or ang front end ni next generation Everest, kamukha ni Ranger. So, nagkataka ka, ano ang engine nito? Silipin natin. Okay. Ayun. For the engine, the next generation Ford Everest comes with the same power unit na nakakabit kay next generation Ranger. So in that sense, itong titanium variant ni Ford Everest comes with a 2-liter bi-turbo diesel engine that delivers 210 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque. And then for transmission purposes naman, meron pa rin tong 10-speed automatic transmission. Gaya ng sabi namin dun sa quick look sa Ranger, ito ay carryover engine ng mga outgoing versions. Sara natin. Okay. Yawn! So dito naman tayo sa side profile ni Ford Everest. Simulan natin dito sa kanyang gulong. It comes with a 20-inch alloy wheels na mayroong two-tone na kulay. Which, yun nga, no, pag napanood mo yung Ranger quick look namin, makikita mo na parehas sila ng design ng gulong. However, yung sa Ford Ranger Wildtrak noon, full black yun. Ito, mayroong two-tone na silver and then dark gray. So yun nga, no, kasi the Everest is more of a premium looking SUV. Yun yung minamarket niya. It's not for rugged purposes. Thus, in that sense, kung makikita nyo, itong fender niya, same treatment din na nakita sa Ranger. It has a straight cut na dito, hindi na siya rounded. In that sense, mas crisp and mas chiseled yung sasakyan na to pag tinignan mo sa gilid. Tapos wala rin tayong black cladding dito kasi nga, it's going for a luxurious look, di ba? Yun ang target ni Ford Everest. Tapos pag tinignan mo, ito rin yung bi-turbo trim na itim dito sa fenders. Same treatment pa din, however, there's the presence of chrome again, no? Na indication na this one is for the luxury type of people. Hindi siya yung pang rugged. Tapos pagdating mo dito, yung side mirrors natin integrated na with turn signals. Tapos may camera din to dito. Bakit? Kasi punong-puno ng safety and tech features itong sasakyan na ito na malalaman natin quickly mamaya pa. Tapos pag we move further dito sa side, again, you can see a splash of chrome accents na makikita mo dito sa door handles tsaka dito sa door panels. For me, mas maganda sana kung binody color na lang kasi nga sabi ko, hindi ako masyado fan ng chrome. And ito, gas-gas prone to itong mga handles na to, lalo na kung yung mahaba yung kuko mo. Pag sumabit dyan, aw, gas-gas. Tapos pag tinignan mo dito, meron pa rin siyang step board with accent pa ng chrome, which is different uli doon sa nakita nyo sa Ranger. Kasi sa Ranger, full black lang eh. Ito, medyo may break ng color. Di ba? Tapos, meron din tong roof rails na functional para kung gusto mo maglagay ng roof rack dyan or whatever, camping, di ba? Magagamit mo yan si titanium. Hindi lang siya pang family adventures din siya. Overnight kayo kung saan, o ng jowa mo, o ng lovey-dubs mo. Ikaw hinabahala. Tapos dito, pag pumunta ka dito sa rear, maganda pa dito is yung character line niya dito. Simple lang eh. And it's sort of one straight mula harap hanggang likod. Tapos ang ganda ng pagkakakat niya dito lalo na yung hinting the LED taillights. And then yun nga, wala pa rin tayong black cladding, tapos disc brake siya on all 4 wheels. Likod na tayo guys, which is one of the things that I like the most dito sa next generation Everest. Bakit kanyo? Well, kita nyo naman yung kanyang LED taillights. Di ba? Do I need to say more on how it looks? To me, ang ganda ng dating niya. Especially when you compare it to the model that it replaced. Kasi dati parang more of ano siya eh. The way I see it, yung Everest kasi before is more of a straightforward SUV. No nonsense and parang, yeah, SUV ako eh. Confident ako na SUV ako. But the next generation model is parang iba, nag-level up siya ng styling eh. Kumbaga na-promote siguro sa trabaho, tapos marami ng pambili ng mga bagong damit. Sana ako rin. Anyways, kita nyo naman yung LED taillights. Hindi na siya basta isang LED cluster kasi naputol siya dito eh. Oh. Kumbaga parang loading nga sa when you're playing. Yan, umilaw pa. Kumbaga when you're playing sa video games, para siyang loading eh. No? Parang ready to fight and then bang. So yun nga, indication na nagbabalik na si Everest. And also what I like is yung play ng buong cluster nito, ng buong assembly ng taillights. Kasi itim eh. May itim pa siya eh. So mas maganda yung nagiging effect niya doon sa mismong cluster kasi umaangat lalo yung modern looking na LED taillights. And then what's another good thing dito is that na-connect siya, na meron siya doon, no, na patakbo, na parang connecting na line bar or na black line bar in black na connect doon, tapos may Everest ka pang nameplate doon, which is for me angas. And then pag bumaba ka dito, yes, meron tayong yung bumper niya, gaya nga nasabi ko, it's not rounded anymore. Mas kwadrado na itong sasakyan na ito. Good thing pa, nilagyan ni Ford dito ng parang cladding, oh, para pagka maglalagay ka ng kung ano-ano, like boxes or kahit anong cargo mo na pwedeng makagasgas sa body mo, mape-prevent yon kasi meron tong cladding dito. So, bagsak mo dyan, slide mo paloob, goods ka. Tapos yun, may subtle hint ng black cladding dito sa likod, which is for me, ayos na dito lang nilagay ni Ford yung cladding sa likod ng Everest. Buti wala siya sa side kasi ang ganda na nung side eh. Premium looking na yung side eh. So, ito, more function to and for me, it's a good touch. Tapos yan, may reflectors tayo dito. And then pagtaas mo dito, meron pa rin tayong spoiler integrated with third brake light, no? Kung compare mo sa old model, halos same siya ng onte. Parang ito na lang yung hint ng pass niya. Parang, di ba, parang hint na lang. Ito na lang yung hint na may X siya. Pero the rest, bago na siya for a better, better me, di ba? Better Everest. Kasi isa pa dito, metric to up its sleeve, literal. Kasi pagka marami kang dalang gamit, nag-grocery ka, dito malapit yung landers, marami kang pinamili. Ay, wala ako, hindi ko mabubuksan, paano? Well, gaganyan mo lang, dahil marunong ka mag-chatcha ng onte. So ngayon, ayaw niya bumukas. Hindi natin alam, bakit? Try mo nga, Boss Jacob. Ayun, oh. Meron siyang ganung feature na para pag puno yung dala mong gamit, hindi ka mahihirapan. Hindi mo na kailangan hanapin yung susi mo. Lalagay mo na lang, patong mo na lang. Ayun sasabi ko kanina, the cladding works. Bagsak mo dito, tulak pa ganun. Kasi isa pa is that itong third row seats ni Ford Everest, folding flat, di ba? Pero hindi ka na gaya nung dati na literal fold mo, no? Ngayon, medyo boss amo na yung datingan mo dito kasi right, okay. With just a simple press of the button, tataas siya. Ganun din sa kabila. Usod lang natin to para mapakita natin. Ayan, oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So around 8 seconds bago tumaas yung upuan mo, di ba? Okay na rin yun. Kesa naman ima-manual mo pa. Hindi kung gusto mo i-fold flat, pwede mo rin pindutin ito uli. Sabay, kaya ba? Yun, di siya nalito kahit sabay. Ayun, simple. Yan ang isa sa mga hint kung gaano ka-advance ngayon yung next generation Ford Everest. Sara na muna natin to. Power tailgate din to, guys, ha? Ayan, oh. Okay. So, ang dami na natin nakita sa labas. Pasok tayo sa loob. Tara, silip tayo. Tara. Yun, pasok tayo sa interior ng next generation Ford Everest. Yun, no? Una mo may papansin dito is that parehas siya ng dashboard layout noong nakakabit sa Ford Ranger, which is expected na kasi magkapatid yung dalawang sasakyan na ito. And then what I like most dito is that ibang-iba na yung kanyang interior compared again to its outgoing model. Why? Kasi meron na siyang flat dashboard ngayon compared nung dati na medyo nakapaumbok pa. Bakit siya nagkaroon ng flat dashboard? gawa nitong napakalaking touchscreen na 12-inch infotainment touchscreen. Na-crisp yung kanyang resolution, tsaka halos lahat ng vehicle controls mo ay nandito na. Gaya nung sinabi namin sa Ford Ranger Quick Look, it's both good and bad eh. Good kasi andito na lahat siya and it's a modern touch. Bad, if something breaks in there, medyo mahihirapan kang i-adjust yun. Lalo na kung yung rear diff lock yung nag-lock dito. Diba? You can learn more of that or know more of that sa articles namin sa philkotse.com. Punta lang kayo doon. And then pagdating mo dito, steering wheel tayo, leather wrap na rin siya and it comes with integrated controls. Medyo marami siyang controls kasi nga gaya nga ng sabi namin, maraming safety and tech features itong bagong Ford Everest. Mind you, hindi lang dito maraming buttons, meron pang buttons sa center console. We'll get to that more a bit later. Tapos, what I like dito is that flat yung black dito and then nagkaroon ng glossy black trim dito sa kanyang center part ng steering wheel. Gusto ko ba yun? Yes, gusto ko yun. No? Pero yun lang, medyo ano siya, collector ng fingerprints eh. So kung OC kang tao, siguro from time to time pupunasan mo. Pero ingat lang kasi magagasgas siya uli. But it's not much of a problem and okay din siya kasi nga nakapagbibigay siya ng added flavor dun sa buong steering wheel look. Tapos pagtingin mo sa harap, ayun, same treatment na nakita natin sa Ranger. The next gen Everest already comes with a full digital instrument cluster. Wala na siyang analog gauges. Kumbaga, yun nga, nag-goodbye na siya dun sa analog gauges. At ngayon, lahat digital na. So, di ba? In that sense, makikita mo na halos lahat ng sasakyan ngayon ay papunta na into digital. Eh, no? Parang dahan-dahan na sila nag-shift and dahan-dahan na sila nag-goodbye sa mga analog gauges. Tapos pag tinignan mo itong door panels ni Everest dito, maganda rin siya kasi padded siya with leather. No hint of plastic. Actually, walang plastic dito. Ito lang sa side nung door and unlock na sa pintuan mo. Pero karamihan dito ay soft touch at leather padded. Even itong nasa upper part. Which yun nga adds to that premium feel nitong cabin ni Ford Everest. Na-add pa natin dito, itong center armrest natin, leather padded din siya, no? Which is good kasi pagka nagda-drive ka, bawa, stop, chill kang ganyan, maganda pa rin na malambot to kasi mas relax ka. And since may adaptive cruise control to, no, medyo makaka-chill ka ng onte pagka long drives ka, hindi basta-basta mga ngawit. At hindi sasakit yung siko mo pag pinapahinga mo dito. Maganda pa dito is that, tignan pa natin dito balik lang tayo ulit dito sa center. As you can see, parehas uli ng design ng air vents itong Everest compared doon sa Ranger, no? Same look sila at design continuity ito nung nakikita mo sa front grille, which for me is a good touch. Tsaka nakakapagbigay siya ng uniqueness sa dashboard ni Everest kasi hindi lang basta-basta straight eh. Kumbaga naka-honeycomb shape siya. Tapos yan, as I've said, yan, massive na infotainment touchscreen. Pero what's good and what I appreciate, gaya ng sinabi ko sa Ranger, is that nakahiwalay yung controls mo for the climate control. Like yung fan speed mo nandito, you can easily adjust it kahit di mo alis yung tingin mo sa harap, no, while you're driving. And then may adjustment din dito ng volume para kung may nakasakay sa yung shotgun, madali niya ma-adjust yung volume mo. Tapos, eto pa, since modern na nga, no, sinasabi natin paulit-ulit, modern na itong mga next-gen Everest and next-gen Ranger. To attest to that, meron siyang wireless charger. Kasi nga, di ba, we're gunning for modern amenities. So, yan, meron siyang wireless charger. As you can see, tama-tama, nagcha-charge siya doon. Tapos, yun nga, no, meron din tong wireless Apple CarPlay, which for me, ang ganda ng combo na yun ever. Kumbaga, parang 1-2 punch ni Manny Pacquiao yun. Kasi, bakit? Kasi mawawala walang clutter yung dashboard mo if you want to use the Apple CarPlay dahil walang naka-dongle na wire. Kasi naka-wirelessly connect nga siya dun sa wireless Apple CarPlay. Tapos may wireless charger pa. So, ba't ba kailangan ng charger? Ng cable charger, di ba? Then pag move mo dito, meron dalawang USB ports, no? Parang good addition din yon. Then may space dito for na maliit. Di ko alam, siguro pwedeng pambarya. Siguro, medyo magaspangin dito. And then dito, lagayan ng cards, RFID and all. Isa pa na maganda dito is that bago na yung design ng kanyang shifter. Kung papansin nyo, para siyang mouse, di ba? Pero minsan, mahirap talaga minsan pag nag-work from home madalas, parang kala mo lahat ng bagay, mouse eh. For me, ba't ko nasabi yun? Kasi ergonomic siya. While you're sitting here, ipapatong mo lang na ganun, papatong mo lang na ganyan yung kamay mo, then you can simply adjust it. So, baka sabihin mo, hindi ko nakikita kung nasa ang gear na ako. Huwag kang mag-alala kasi merong nakalagay ditong indication sa digital gauge cluster mo. Malalaman mo kung naka-engage ka sa park, reverse, neutral drive, or manual mode. So, di ba? Walang problema. In that sense, maganda yung pagkaka-add. And okay din siya kasi umiilaw na itong PRND dito sa shifter mo. Bakit siya okay? Kasi sometimes pagka nagmamaniobra ka, gaya ng sinabi namin sa one of our videos, if I'm not mistaken, sa FX4 Max, pag nakaganyan ka, hindi mo makita yung cluster. So, baka pagka naka-reverse ka, akala mo naka-engage ka na into neutral, pero naka-reverse ka pa pala. So, medyo delix yun. Baka ayaw natin yung unfortunate incident na mga ganun. So, yun ang maganda. Pag may ilaw, kahit maliwanag ngayon, kita mo at visible yung amber light dito kung saan naka-engage yung gear mo. Tapos move tayo dito further sa center console. Meron na rin siyang electronic parking brake, no? Gaya nung sa Ranger, electronic parking brake na rin siya. And then it has different drive modes kasi nga 4x4 to. So you have the usual 2H, 4H, and 4L. And you can select your desired drive mode on the fly. Pipindutin mo lang siya. Kasi ito, may buttons pa for parking assist. Mamaya, more on that later. And then different drive modes ulit dito. And then, nagtataka ka, bakit walang auto brake hold tong sasakyan na to? Well, oo, nung una nagtaka rin kami. Well, kasi yung function na yun, matatagal mo doon uli sa infotainment touchscreen. So, gaya ng sinabi namin kanina, almost all ng vehicle buttons na naka-integrate dito sa sasakyan nito ay naka-jam dito or naka-load dito sa infotainment touchscreen. So, there's that. So, taas tayo. Ay, bago tayo pumunta sa taas. Ito, no, kung familiar kayo sa mga ibang Japanese cars in the market, meron tong iyan, no? Andiyan ang kanyang cup holder. So, may SUV din na ganyan. Sisimula sa letter F yata. Tapos, kung hindi mo pa rin gets, ito, another clue for you. Meron na rin siya dyan. Diba? So, and then, it has also a nice Everest trim dito para alam na alam mong Everest yan. Tapos, pag pumunta tayo sa taas, ito, meron din tong sunroof. Ayan, no? Panoramic sunroof. Those comes with a panoramic sunroof. Para mabigyan ka ng extra light if you want yung added light na pumapasok sa cabin mo or kung gusto mo mag-stargazing. Tapos, pwede mo rin siya buksan in case you want to feel an open driving experience. Yan, pero sara na natin. Medyo mainit. Maitim na nga tayo, lalo pa tayo. Sara na. So, yan, no? Automatic naman na siya. Ang dami namin sinasabi dito, no? Pero, dun muna tayo sa likod bago tayo magkwento pa ng mga ibang bagay. Let's go, let's go. Okay, dito tayo sa likod. Oh, nice, may grab handles. Ayan. Yun. So, nakita nyo sa harap, black interior theme. Sa likod, black interior theme pa din. At ito, ang nagustuhan ko dito sa Everest, no, right off the bat, napansin ko agad siya is that soft padded materials uli yung nandito sa door panels ng pasahero. Ba't ko na-point out yon? Kasi nung dinrive namin yung Everest for a bit, napansin ko na yes, padded leather pa rin yun nandito, pero the upper part nung sa Ranger ay plastic na. Ito, soft padded material na siya, which gives you a hint na talagang the Everest is gunning for a more luxurious market or people who are looking for a more premium SUV. Kasi yung Ranger, durability ang pinanlalaban nun. Tapos sabi ko nga kanina, may grab handle siya para mas madali kang makakapasok. And then, no, speaking of which, di ko pa na nabanggit sa harap, baka nagtataka ka, nasan yung door handles, no? Well, kung familiar ka sa sasakyan na F-150 at kung napanood mo yung Ranger namin na quick look, andito na siya. Ayan, flick lang na ganyan. Let me move to the side. Yan. And then, meron tayong ceiling-mounted air vents. Nandito, sa gilid. Ayan, oh. And malakas naman yung kanyang buga. And madali siya ma-adjust. And in case you want to increase the fan speed, dito lang siya. Tungo ka lang ng onte. Ayan, easy peasy. Yan. And then, meron tayong USB ports din. And then, plug. 230 volt na AC plug. Para pagka kailangan mo mag-work while you're on the road, kayang-kaya. And then, like nung sinabi namin sa Ranger, no, parang ito yung bagong trend ni Ford sa mga upuan niya. Yes, leather to. Leather all throughout yung seats. Pero ito, ang ganda nung support ng upuan sa lower back to mid back eh. Mafe-feel ko and masasabi ko na hindi nakakangawit pag nakaupo ka dito. Kasi maganda yung cushioning at maganda yung salo. Gaya nga nasabi ko sa mid back and lower back. Tapos in case dalawa lang kayo dito, syempre di mawawala yung center armrest with cup holders. Tapos ito lang pala nakita ko, no, kung sakaling tatlo yung uupo dito sa Everest, medyo kailangan mag-compromise a bit nung nasa gitna. Yes, maluwag yung space as far as I can see. However, yan, no? However, ang isang dilemma ni middle passengers that yung center tunnel, medyo mataas siya. Ayan, medyo mataas. And gaya ko na medyo malaki ang tiyan, medyo naiipit siya. Pero ang maganda dito, salo mo yung air vent sa harap. So, preskong yung dito mo, lalo na pagka summer. Ayan, may tatabi pa sa akin si Direct Chris. Yung mga pindutan ng ilaw, bago na din siya. So, in a way, mas modern looking na siya as compared yung dati na ginaganon lang, piniflick lang na gano'n. Ayun, dito na tayo ngayon sa third row ng Ford Everest. So, mapapansin ko dito, medyo tight yung space. Pero, na-adjust naman tong second row seats moving forward. At pwede mo siyang ipausod para magkaroon ka ng added knee room dito. In that sense, pag nausod to or pag na-adjust to, mas magiging okay siya. And then maganda pa dito is nabawasan yung kanyang parang tunnels. If I'm not mistaken, sa Old Everest kasi parang may tunnel dito sa gilid or somewhere sa gitna. Ngayon parang nawala siya giving your feet a more relaxed feel kapag ka nakaupo ka dito as a passenger. In that sense, no, kasyang-kasya dalawa dito at my height na 5'5", and gaya nga nasabi ko, yung legroom, pwede namang ma-adjust itong second row para mabigyan ka ng added legroom. So yun, drive na tayo kasama instructor para makita nyo rin yung mga tech and safety features ng sasakyan na to.
Yeah, buy this guy. Keep going, and you're good. Then put it to park. Then you're gonna open the back. Just gotta wait for the load.
Morning, sir.
So, you know, if you're in a mall or actually even coming from, if you're coming from the airport, loading is no problem at all, especially even if you have the two seats up, it's just push of a button and they both go down.
Ah, yes.
So, easy peasy, basically. Alright. If you notice, the camera turned off because you went over 10 kilometers. So it stays on till you hit 10 kilometers.
Okay.
So shut
So-
it now. So try to get above 10, then you'll see it'll disappear.
Yes.
So, but this part, let's try to stay under 10 because you want you
Alright.
to use the 360 cam. Especially this part. It's from afar you're like, oh, will I fit? Where am I gonna fit?
Yes,
It's narrow, and then
Medyo
then you
dikit
have
yan
typical Filipino roads,
Oo.
bumpy roads, alright? So what I want you to do is use your camera. And you can still align it. Well, I mean using your
Vision.
Your vision. But when you use this, you can actually see how close you are to the sides.
Edge, okay.
So take it slow, and then try to use the 360 cam. Make your way through slowly. Just
Alright.
take it easy now.
Okay.
You don't have to slow down for the bumps. See that?
Ooh.
So you're perfectly in the center.
Pasok ka.
Yep.
Tsaka malinaw yung 360-degree camera
Yeah.
talaga
And you
niya.
can actually, we can stop here. You can actually
Yes.
zoom into your corners.
Kung
So if you want to zoom into the right corner, right rear, left rear.
specific
So,
lang doon.
Boom. So you see how close you are.
Medyo dikit, oo.
Yeah. Then you have your front if you want to see where your
Oh, yung
steering's going.
parang directional guide na, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think this is basically all you need. So
Yeah.
you can continue on. So this part, we're gonna do the active park assist.
Active park.
Basically, it'll park itself. We're gonna do the parallel park
Mhm.
over there. So we're gonna use the active park assist there, and then what's nice about this, it doesn't only park the car, it'll help you go out.
Okay.
So we'll see all of that when we're there. It's gonna make you.
Number 5, you're good to go.
All right, so
Number
we
5,
can do
you're
this
good to
first.
go.
Okay.
So you can go out to the cones.
Here.
Take it at an angle. See pa.
See ba?
Yeah, and then turn left. So signal to your left.
Left. Okay.
Yeah, then keep going straight. Yeah, stay in between.
Oops.
Yeah, you want to park. Or you're looking at the left. So keep going. It'll tell you when to stop. Okay, up.
Up.
And then
Release.
neutral.
Okay.
Let go of the steering wheel, let go of the brake, then hold this down.
All throughout the ano?
All throughout.
Okay. Ooh.
If you let it go, it'll stop. It'll pause.
Okay. The
So-
braking, yung kotse bahala.
Yeah, so let it go, try.
Oh, ano?
Just in case of anything,
Uh-huh.
it'll stop. But it'll continue as soon as you press
Press
it.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It gets a little scary because it maximizes all the distance.
Spaces, oh.
stop.
Tsaka pag nabangga, si Ford naman ba siya na nagpagawa nito sa atin?
Yeah.
Pero ang galing ha.
Yeah.
Pasok na pasok tayo. Oops.
That's good. Then go back up. And then you are
Yan.
finished.
Okay.
And automatic.
Ah, yes. From neutral, nag-park siya.
Last model, you control the brake and the gas.
Oo. Ito talagang ano eh, pindot
This
na
is
lang.
basically steering.
Oo.
Now it's really it doesn't.
Yes, uupo ka na lang.
This time press it again.
Okay.
Then where you want to go out, if you're going out to the left, you're going out to the right. That's where you signal. So you're going out to the right, so signal right. Then hold switch to neutral.
Oops, sobra.
There you go. Then hold it down.
Tindi.
But for the when it brings you out, it doesn't bring the whole car out. It'll point you out.
Okay.
So when till you're till it's good to go. No?
Kumbaga, ingumuso lang niya yung kotse mo.
Exactly. So
Ah, okay. Take control. Kaso, take control.
you're good.
You're good to go. Hold on.
Oo, nag-automatic.
Yeah. Safety. Diba?
Yeah. Galing, galing, galing.
Alright. Take it slow. Go. Straight. Right a bit.
Right, right, right.
Right. Good. Straight. Straight up. Right a bit.
So, itong instances, parang mas maganda pa rin magtiwala sa spotter. Although, added feature siya, added ano siya sa'yo,
Yeah.
tool.
Especially with the ramp, it's still hard because you really have to be accurate.
Okay, gaya ito, di mo nakita yung tao. So, that's to depend on the system. Okay, yun. Straight, straight. Okay.
Very straight. The four tires are move, alright? There. Into on your four-wheel high. So you just press the button.
Okay.
It's just on the fly. You can
Move.
press.
You can change.
Or low lang. No. Your left gear. Bring it on, diba?
Ito, drive lang tayo over it.
Yeah. So turn right. 100.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it feels good.
Yes.
This is rough, huh?
Oo. Maganda yung absorption niya, guys.
Go there.
Pasok tayo doon.
Right? So this part, you're gonna be up.
Oh, okay. Medyo aangat yung side ng driver.
So you see how much it can handle. Actually, could go more, but we didn't make it that high. We had the bulldozer here.
Oh, nice.
So you can actually stop here and feel. You feel that?
Oo.
Diba? And it still feels stable.
Yes.
There's no rocking so much.
Oo nga, despite nakaganon na yung kotse, hindi ka kakabahan dito na, oops, parang nagli-lean towards there. Hindi.
Nope.
Katawan mo lang yung mga ganon, pero yung
Yeah.
kotse, parang diretso pa din eh.
This part, you'll feel. This is really the suspension test. Because it's called elephant holes.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
gonna be bumps in the left, then right, then left.
Oh, wow.
So just go through them slowly. So if you're outside, you'll see the articulation of the suspension.
Wow.
Like it's stretching everywhere.
Nice.
So those are big holes, huh?
Oh, malalim yun.
And it still feels. I mean, it's rough, but
Oh, pero
It's comfy.
bearable eh, di
Yeah.
ba? Hindi yung tipong sasakit katawan mo after eh.
yeah. So here, we don't make boil or anything. Just slowly approach and then apply as much gas as you need,
Okay.
and then I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Parang spaceship ah. Brake.
And when you let go of the brake,
Magkakagat siya.
yeah,
Alright.
5 seconds. You have 5 seconds before it releases.
Ah.
So let go. 1, 2, fast.
Oo nga.
Right. So we're gonna press this button. The
Hill descent.
control. I'm sure you've tried this before. The previous
Mga previous na.
ones had it, but now it's on the screen. It's all clear na.
Oh.
It'll say there.
Uh-huh.
That's okay.
Okay.
So when you're ready, just let go.
Let go of the brakes.
Brake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay lang, may airbag. Para matest na yung airbag. Tiwala tayo dyan. Oh, nice. Ayan, magagamit mo yung
It's actually
directional ano.
more. The last one, see that? It'll full brake, just so everything's smoother when you go down.
Pagka bumaba ka.
Because before it was still
Bagsak lang eh.
a little
Oh.
bit quicker.
Nice.
Now it will
Ooh.
slowly bring you down. Yan. I did it.
Ayan, nagawa natin guys. Madaming tech features talaga sinaksak dito sa sasakyan na to guys. Okay, that's the quick look of the 2023 Ford Everest. No, recap lang, the Ford Everest starts at 1,799,000 pesos. It's available in 5 variants na pagpipilian mo. And the one that we have here, the quick look natin, is the top spec titanium. Gaya nga ng sabi namin, it's equipped with modern amenities and safety features. Kaya naman yung price bump niya, pag kinumpare mo dun sa outgoing ranges or sa outgoing models, justified. Justifiable siya in a sense. Kasi nga, ang daming siniksik, ang daming binago, at ang daming mga pinalagay dito ni Ford Everest na magagamit mo. Yun nga, no, sabihin ko na rin, bago ko makalimutan, the Ford Everest and the Ford Ranger is available with a 5-year warranty or 150,000 kilometer bumper-to-bumper warranty. In that sense, kumpiyansa ka na hindi ka papabayaan ni Ford when it comes to after sales. And that's it. Ako si Martin Aguilar, ang yung Cambio Boy next door. Pinapaligiran na ako ng Everest dito, kaya aalis na ako. Bye-bye! Thanks for watching. For the latest news, reviews, and anything you want to know about cars and car ownership, visit philcoche.com. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Spotify para hindi ka huli sa usapan. Tandaan, kotse ba? Philcoche na!